Welcome, Angry Faithful, again. Today we're gonna talk about what the hell deadly animals in the animal kingdom. There's this one. Well, I watched the videos, the animals you don't really need to touch. And what are you laughing about?
Nothing.
No, what are you laughing about? God. No, it did a crow sound. But no, there's this one called the Slow Loris, and I'll take a picture and put it up on the thing. But
is that the long cricket one?
No. The long cricket one was something else. Let me get a better picture. Let me get a better picture of this thing.
They're a kind of nocturnal animal found in Southeast Asia and nearby regions.
I wonder if the blue-ringed octopus was there on the list.
I'll take a picture of this thing. It looks cute, though. But what's really weird about it is it has a poison gland in its elbow. And the combination with the saliva and the poison gland, if you actually, it licks the whole body with this enzyme, and it basically puts you in anaphylactic shock. I'll show you a picture of it. It looks so cute, though.
You just want to pet it, but you can't.
Oh yeah, you don't. Well, it's really harmful when it hits the bloodstream. But I was also watching this thing to where people were like, you can't harm these creatures because they're so majestic. I was like, you do not know the animal kingdom fully if you think these creatures are just the nicest thing in the world. There's another one. It was the Wolverine. It literally jumped up on a moose, and it was like chawing down on its jugular, ripping it apart and everything. I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, Wolverines are vicious.
hence the Marvel character, the Wolverine.
Yeah, it's accurate.
Yeah.
I think actually it might not be, because I feel like he'd be more vicious than he would be a hero.
Yeah, pretty much. But I had this conversation with a couple of people that actually hunt, and let me see this Wolverine. Let's see if they got. Let me get this photo. It's so fucked off. Hold on.
Have you heard of the honey badger though?
Yeah, honey. Okay, there it is. It's if you look at that video. Did I send you the video? No, I sent more of the video.
Look up the giant water bug.
Yeah, I've seen that one. It has like a horn on its back end.
No. It's got the bumps all over it, but this video that I'm watching right now says it shows a picture of the hand of somebody that touched one of these, and it's like those images you see where like it creates an artificial fear of holes in people.
Let me show you this thing. This is so. There we go. But look at this thing, man. I think that's an elk. Pretty sure that's elk. But dude, it's like on its freaking throat and everything. If you watch the video of it, I'll put the video in the link. It jumped up on it and just started jogging, clawing and everything. I'm like, fuck the animal kingdom.
It's so majestic.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. It's like, oh, how cute. I'm like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But me and my daughter were talking, and she was like, well, bunnies are cute. I was like, I've seen a bunny eat meat. I've seen a deer eat meat, because in like winter months and everything, in that during that time frame, they'll eat anything. They'll eat bark. They'll eat anything they can find. They'll eat anything they can find.
Probably their own children.
I don't know if it goes that far.
Cannibalism's legal in the animal kingdom. I don't know what you're talking about.
I've seen a deer eat another deer.
Yeah. Have you seen cats? They eat their own young.
Yeah. But I was looking, but like most things in the animal kingdom that comes from that are poisonous are very brightly colored. Like the most poisonous animal, from what they're saying, is the poisonous frog from the Amazon.
There's actually another one, and it's in Australia. It's the blue-ringed octopus, and it's about that big.
Yeah, and it
you don't want it.
It's like
pictures of people holding it, and it's horrifying.
Yeah, and it has bioluminescence on it too, and it's very bright blue. But most things in Australia,
there's a reason why the continent of Australia was initially just chosen as a prison colony for the crown, because that entire country is trying to kill you.
Yeah. I mean, that's a tough country right there.
Yeah.
I was like, what they got? If you go on a list, they have great whites. That's just gonna eat you. They have what kind of snakes do they have? I know they don't have the most poisonous snake, because I think that's the black mamba. That's the most poisonous snake, and that's in Africa.
Yeah,
but
I think they have like asps and vipers.
Yeah.
Spiders that are as big as your head.
Yeah, and there's some tiny ones that are freaking
that look like face huggers from Alien.
Oh yeah. But no,
look at that. He's a cute little bugger. No,
it's like people. It's like people that actually say teddy bears are cute and everything. I'm like, those are vicious. Black bears, and I think it's black bears. And I've said this several times on different episodes, that a black bear, the difference between if you're going up against one of the bear family, a grizzly, I'd go against grizzly, because I know the grizzly
bears beats Battlestar Galactica.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh my god, dude! You claim to be a nerd, but you've never seen that episode of The Office.
No, I don't watch The Office. Never watched The Office. It was too bland and everything. I watched
Repeat the line to your daughter. See if she recognizes it. Bears
beats
Battlestar Galactica.
And Battlestar Galactica. Just looking it up. No.
Oh my god.
She didn't watch The Office either. You don't watch The Office, do you?
No.
See?
I heard it was good though.
You're both dead to me. Dead.
Anyways.
Nope. Dead.
No, Bears beats and Battlestar Galactica.
No, not and.
Oh.
Bears
Battlestar
beats
Galactica.
Battlestar Galactica. Tell her to look it up on YouTube.
That's what we're doing right now. Let's see here.
God, educate yourself. Jesus.
Okay, let me
see. That's the world laughing at you. No. Turn your mic on so that everybody can hear it.
Okay.
It's kind of blurry.
Jim is constantly playing pranks on Dwight. This is one of his pranks.
Jim, what kind of bear is best? It's a ridiculous question. False. Black bear. Well, that's debatable. There are basically two schools of thought. Fact. Bears eat beets. Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. Bears do not. What is going on? What are you doing? Last week, I was in a drugstore and I saw these glasses. $4. it only cost me $7 to recreate the rest of the ensemble, and that's a grand total of $11. You know what? Imitation is the most sincere form of flattery, so I thank you. That is not a joke, Jim. Really, it's a family song.
All right, it's kind of funny.
Okay, then. See, God.
I've watched that several times.
I've got a
I watched the
T-shirt that
skit,
says
but,
that. I used to have a sticker on my back windshield of the old Cobalt that said "Bears beats Battlestar Galactica." You know how many times people pull up next to me at lights and they'd ask me what bear is best?
That's messed up. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Okay, I got that.
I heard you the first time. The whole time. Yeah.
But no, the people ask me, it's like, what bear would you go up against? I was like, I would go up against grizzly, because if a grizzly, if it kill, it'll just straight out murky you. But a black bear will stomp on you and eat you alive.
There is one way to beat a bear.
You shoot the fucker.
Yeah.
I'd go against a teddy bear.
Make sure that she's aware that those cute little polar bears that are in the Coca-Cola commercials don't actually exist, because they will snap her neck and eat her alive.
Yeah, polar bears will snap your neck and eat you alive.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's like that one video that the guy got swiped by a grizzly, and he had his like ear hanging off like right here.
Yeah.
What it was the guy's ear. He got clawed by a grizzly bear, and it was so bad that his ear was next to on the bottom part of his chin.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was.
Right there.
Yeah, it was. And I'm sorry, that guy is a man, because he was like, I just put it back and I started walking and everything like that.
Oh, jeez. Those snapped neck and goose.
Yeah.
Just ate it.
Or it's like that one documentarian that basically he did a whole documentary about grizzly bears in Alaska, and it ended up turning out that's how he died, because he got too close to the grizzlies.
Oh,
mama.
Yes. Ron White did a bit on that. He's like, imagine being this guy. Because he was disowned by his father, because his father thought he was never going to amount to anything. But instead, he becomes this world famous documentarian, and he recorded his own death. Look at me, father. You thought that I wouldn't turn out to be shit in this world.
And he just
With the joke's on you. Now I am a pile of steaming bear shit.
it would have been really. It would have been really great. I mean, it sucks for him dying. Mentioned that, but it would just been like, and this is a natural grid. And you just, and that's it. You just see this blur of fur just crossing the camera in a puff of fucking red mist.
Oh, what's that guy? The
Beer
black
bullet.
astrophysicist.
Yeah, a bear
I can't
bullet.
remember.
You know,
Yeah, bear bullet. Yeah, it's a fur missile. Look at that.
I think that's what we're gonna call this episode, is bear bullet.
Oh yeah, the bear bullet. Oh, okay.
The bear bullet. But no, it's so fucked off that people think that, the animal kingdom's like, we need to protect these things. No, they got it. I was like, no. We're invading their area. Okay, I could believe that, but they still show, I mean, like that girl that the bears, that little baby bear was coming up over the ledge and everything. She just punches the bear off the ledge and it just runs away.
Yeah.
It went viral, 4 months ago?
Something like that. Yeah.
But yeah. Which is, God, it was.
Why would you punch a bear?
It was
Not for being like a bad person. Like, why would you punch a baby cub by what I'm thinking?
The baby cub was going after the dogs. That she was protecting her dogs. That was,
Okay.
but still, the whole run. I mean,
So why would
look
you
up the
catch
video.
a baby
Look up the video.
bear? Because most likely the mama's still around, so you're probably gonna get killed.
Yeah,
See, that is why God gave us these things called opposable thumbs. We could operate a car door, get in it, turn the car on, and drive away at exponentially higher speeds than that bear can run.
I don't know. They can run up. Well, yeah, a car can move fast, but I think a bear goes like 55 miles per hour.
Yeah, well, bullets travel a lot faster than that, too.
Yeah, no.
And I'm sorry. I don't care. If I'm being charged by a bear, I'm going to put a round downrange. It's not the freedom seed, but it's just pure unadulterated preservation at that point.
Oh no, the bears go 25 to 35 miles an hour. So yeah, but a cheetah runs like 50 to 80 miles per hour.
But they will only run as far as they think, because they, like, I guess they have an internal calorie counter, because when an animal is chasing down its prey,
Mm-hmm.
it'll only expend what that animal can replace.
Yeah.
Which I think that was kind of cool, you know, that little factoid right there. But yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm just looking at this. God, she's so tiny compared to this bear. But here you go, more. I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
But I don't know where all these people from like PETA and everything get off about saying those type of people kind of piss me off really bad.
Well, I mean, here, fun fact: I'm a member of PETA.
Yeah, especially since one of the people.
No, seriously, I'm a member of PETA. It's
sold,
people
like,
eating
a
tasty
car
animals.
with leather,
Oh, okay.
like real
You're
leather.
like, gonna close the laptop.
Yeah. Well, I'm done with this one. No, they pissed me off.
Well, it was fun. It's time for a new co-host.
Yeah. More put Zoom on your phone so we can start doing episodes.
God,
I'm joking.
Dick. She's like, yeah, bet.
She's like, okay, Dad.
Yes, Father, I will.
But no,
was she wringing her hands? Yes, Father.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Victory.
But no, what pisses me off about PETA though is all this money going to them and everything. It's not really. They're not helping anything half the time.
You know, it's kind of like Planned Parenthood. PETA is responsible for a lot of animal deaths over the course of a year.
Yeah.
That was part of it. She sold a car for like a charity event for like animals, and it had like real leather seats.
Dude, that's gotta be fucked off too. That
You know,
is
it's
so
funny.
fucked off.
Yeah.
You get all these
And then
celebrities
like
that
they have,
get
like,
into it.
dogs
And they're
that
like,
they-
oh, I'm not going to wear fur. But their expensive Italian handbags are made from leather.
Yeah.
They're,
That's what she's
the
saying.
seats of the private aircraft that they fly around in, wrapped in leather. The makeup that they use, made with animal byproducts.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing also is they sued this PETA ended up suing this photographer.
Yeah.
Because he took a photo of I think it was a spider monkey or a chimpanzee or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, they sued him and put him in court for so long that it ended up ruining his life. And their whole reasoning is he was famous for this photo, and the animal did not give its rights to get its photo taken. That's fucking true.
Huh?
Yeah.
This is why I don't like PETA, and also they torture dogs.
Do they really?
Yeah.
I told you. I just got done telling you. PETA's
Like,
responsible
dogs
for
that
a
they're given
lot
for
of animal death.
rescue, they torture and like abuse, and poor habitats.
Well, I was going back and forth with her, so I didn't.
I mean, you
hear
think that
part.
it's all cute and, because Sarah McLaughlin's like, little arms of an angel, and you're just like, what the, half the dogs that are in those commercials get euthanized the next day. They don't give a shit. I mean, dude, when people start talking about nonprofits, man, it's just, dude, it's laughable. It really is. It is highly, highly laughable.
Oh, I'm gonna have to I have to duck go because, man, there's certain times that use Google. They always do the happy-go-lucky stuff, but DuckDuckGo's way to go. Yeah, apparently they walked free on it. Damn. 31 felonies on a PETA employee.
My mom hate PETA.
I've always hated PETA.
And also Nestle. Because Nestle went to, I believe, Africa. They sold like free things of like baby milk things.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they finally that the women there ran dry with that, they started costing it for money.
Oh, okay. What the hell? What's like that whole company that gives free shoes? You buy a pair of shoes and they give a pair of shoes to Nigerians or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And there's a Nigerian talking about it. It's like, that's ridiculous. We have shoe companies here. Why can't the people here? We don't need to. We sell them like really cheap and everything like that. And they're just giving it away, and they're basically ruining the economy on the shoe sales and everything. I was like, that fucking makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes sometimes it's good to have a charity organization. Sometimes it's just stupid, ridiculous. Why are you doing a charity organization? Mm-hmm. It's just people like, oh, I'm gonna. It's one of those things. That's, I want to do something beneficial and make myself look good and feel good. So I'm going to do this. And they don't do any research on what is actually happening with that bullshit.
Right.
Like me going out and doing certain charity organizations, which we are were associated with, to give them voices and everything. I still do a little bit of charity organization myself for just certain things, but the ones that are attached to us, like it's something stupid simple that, they go out and they just, they feed a couple of people and everything like that. And, and it helps a lot for morale and everything, which we've had a couple of people when I was working corrections, they did that to us every year. They would give us like hamburgers and everything. So a show appreciation. And that's different from actually going out and going, oh, we're doing this because you're so what's a good word for that? Oppressed or some shit like that, or you're so damaged. There we go, damaged. And they don't look at they're just helping out for like a speck, and most of the time it's like Wounded Warriors I kind of fell off on, only because they really do is like they get a handbag. The people that are they just get a handbag and everything, and I'm like, while something like Warrior's Heart, where you can go down to the camp, and I think they got 2 camps now. You can go down to the camp and they help you mentally and physically to adapt to what's going on with you.
Yeah.
It's a totally different story. It's an actual organization trying to help out, where some organizations is just, it really is just, oh, I'm gonna create a charity organization, but it's gonna be this. And I'm like, if you're just giving away goodie bags, just fucking stop.
Yeah, because I mean, it's kind of like that crap that Wounded Warrior ran into years and years ago, where they realized that the CEO was taking home a 6-figure salary, and they had spent a couple of $1 million on this new building in Florida, and it's like, where are the donations going? I mean, to me, if you're going to run a charity, like a 501c or 401c, I can't remember which one it is. If you're going to run a true
501c.
nonprofit, 501. Okay. So if you're going to run a true 501c nonprofit, there has to be a degree of transparency. I'm sure it's transparency. Thank you very much. DBBBB. So, it's one of those, bring your books.
Yeah.
Put them out there, because, and it has to be like twice a year do it. Where are the donations going? What account are they sitting in? I mean, yes, there has to be some degree of fluent or solvency there for a nonprofit to operate. Obviously, you're going to have your overhead costs and things of that nature. But just like with anything else, there needs to be a high level of transparency. And if there's not, you lose your 501 status, and then you're going to have to go back and you're going to have to pay a ton of taxes. I mean, and that's just the thing. If you're out there giving out gift bags to people, stop. How are those gift bags helping? If a celebrity wants to come in and they want to be a part of your nonprofit, let them. But just make sure that they understand that they're volunteering their time. Absolutely. Volunteering their time.
Well, it's like, God, let me look up his organization. Gary Sneese, his charity organization.
Yeah, the Lieutenant Dan Band, and stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, not even that. I mean, he shipped out a couple of 5 Gold Star families to like Disneyland.
Yeah.
I'm like,
see
okay.
that I can get behind. And no, it's not a bias thing because we're part of the veteran community, but what he's doing, he's promoting healing, and he's showing these families that there is life after death.
Yeah. And even Denzel Washington. I sent you that video of Denzel Washington getting the honorary
Sergeant Major of the Army.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought it was just one of those fake news things that he bought a couple of buildings for what's it? It's kind of like not a hospice, but it's for the families for when they're visiting their the military personnel that got hurt and everything.
Right.
And the families can stay there while they're living cost-free, food's paid for, everything's paid for.
Yeah.
But he basically wrote a check for a certain amount, and they built a building. That just goes to show this, and it's just one of those things. He's like, oh, he's that type of guy. Okay, cool. It just shows the actual character. You can get so many. There was a joke that I was like, you can be like one of those guys that collect so much good karma points and everything, and then you do a douchebag thing, and it's just swept underneath the rug afterwards.
Yeah.
Because you've already collected so much. You've done so much good stuff and everything. So And that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping to collect enough good karma so I can do some really weird douchebag thing in my life.
Right. Yeah, no. Personally, I don't believe in karma. I think it is a Buddhist concept. But that being said, it's just one of those. I don't know, man. The level at which that bugs me is it's like the rent. It's way too damn high,
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, seriously, just I don't know.
But the whole karma thing?
Well, I get that the universe balances itself out, and to me, basically, that just boils down to the law of averages.
Well, I always describe it like that.
You could go your entire life. You could go your entire life and not have a car accident. Coming up on 44, 45 years old, maybe sometimes 50. Boom, you get into a fender bender. And then you're wondering, what the hell happened? Well, it's called the law of averages.
Yeah.
Nobody is ever going to go through their entire driving life without having a fender bender. They won't. It's a statistical impossibility.
Yeah.
It's just like a team can't go 162 games in over the course of a single regular baseball season. You can't do it.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of intangibles that they get, that do all that, but that get involved. But
I only use the word like karma and everything. I only use
it's
karma
a
and
fun
everything.
little term to throw around.
Yeah, it's easy.
But then you get these douche
around.
nozzles that talk about like the Waukesha Christmas parade thing.
Oh yeah,
where that guy drove through. This one bitch gets in there and she's like, "Oh well, that's that karma turned around a lot faster for Wisconsin than I thought I was going to." Like
stupid
bitch. Yeah, like seriously, like for real. And it's just
some
people that they throw around that term, and that's the one of the biggest things that turns me off about that term or about that word. Period. Is the fact that you get a lot of people that have radicalized it and they use it just so coldly, and it's like you're going to sit there, and I know we're going to get semi-political here, but just bear with me for a minute. We're going to sit there and give nicknames like JoJo and shit like that, and wrote to pedophiles and wife beaters because they attacked a kid and he defended himself. He was a lot better in the fight than they were.
Yeah.
Okay. He was better equipped. The law of the land said that he was not guilty. I believe that he was not guilty. You believe that he was not guilty. Okay. A majority of the country believed that this kid was not guilty.
But you get into the
that the trial was nothing more than political grandstanding, right?
No, it was.
But then you get these
media.
But then you get the media, along with all these well-to-do and quote unquote informed celebrities that weighed in with their legal expertise.
Behind the TV.
That talked about how it was a miscarriage of justice. Well, no, it wasn't. So it's going to be a miscarriage of justice until you find yourself in the same damn ass situation. Well, I would have just let them kill me. Like, well, you know what? Sometimes maybe that might not but be such a bad thing.
Yeah.
And I don't wish death on anybody, and neither do you. Nobody wishes death on these people, but it's like, if you're going to open your mouth and you're going to insert foot, be prepared for what the world is going to bring and sit down in your lap. If that means that some pedophile is going to strike you in the head with a skateboard with the intent to kill you, and you choose to let them do it because you're hoping at the last second that their human nature will take over, well, I got a hot flash for you. Humans are savage creatures. We have fought violently throughout our entire history. Just because you decide that you're going to give in and you're going to let them carry on about what they're doing to you, it's not going to change the course of human history within a matter of nanoseconds. Now, you're going to become another statistic, and then the same people that claim to believe the same things that you used to at one point are now going to be screaming for the head of the people that took out their friend. So it's all fun and games until somebody loses an eye. you know, or it's all fun and games until somebody gets their bicep blown off. But, you know, to misuse terms like karma, I mean, to me, it's like misusing a reply. It's like replying incorrectly to the phrase "you too." You know, like you're in a grocery store or you're in a convenience store, and you know, the clerk behind the counter or whatever it is, it's like, "Have a nice day and come back and see us." And then you say, "You too."
Oh
We
yeah,
have lost the right to use the term "you too"
No, you
for
know
at
how
least
many
a
times?
week.
Okay, you give it a week. Yeah, I can understand that because I do it
But
all
if
the
you
time.
if you misuse the use of karma, I think you should have your credit score lowered.
Yeah,
Like, lower your credit score, and then on top of that, you lose your social media privileges for a week.
yeah.
So you know, there you go. And I don't know it, and along those lines, this woman that made that karma comment, she lost her job as a member of the Wisconsin Democrat Party.
Oh wow.
She is no longer employed,
Oh,
at least
wow.
according to the Wisconsin Democrat Party's Twitter
Well,
page.
they lie a lot, so
Well, but everybody was like, "Oh wow, yeah, karma turned around a lot quicker for her than I thought it was going to," you know. And it was just like, holy crap! But I mean, she even deleted her main Twitter account.
Oh man.
Yeah, because I mean, her little bullshit posts went completely and totally viral, and it exploded. it was actually very laughable. I'm like, you know, it feel like Kevin Hart. You can hear Kevin Hart in your head. Damn, you know, it's just like, woo. But anyways,
Or the whole look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. Watch this. Oh yeah.
and then when something bad happens to somebody who talked a lot of shit, and then suddenly out of the heavens you suddenly hear.
But another thing we could talk about is the Maxwell case. That's going on right now.
Yeah.
Which they're not
broadcasting, they're not reporting anything about that case.
Yeah, someone was.
And the reason why is because a lot of the media, to include the people reporting it, their names are on that list.
A couple.
And I will guarantee you that Maxwell, she is under the tightest of security.
Yeah. But a lot of the someone was telling me that they're not doing it because it's federal court, and I was like, no, it's not because of that. There's a lot of federal. There's a lot of federal with it. There's a lot of federal court cases that get televised.
Yeah, I mean, even the judge, we had high definition cameras in the Rittenhouse courtroom, but all we're going to get out of this is courtroom drawings.
Yeah,
that's it.
But man, even a coworker was talking about it. It's like, I don't give a shit if Trump's name is on that list or Elon Musk's name is on that list. Those people need to pay for what they did.
Yeah,
and I totally agree.
Your name's on the list regardless as to who you are, regardless of your sexual orientation, regardless of your political affiliation. If your name's on that list, you need to pay.
Yeah,
that's all there is to it. I'm not saying that it needs to be a violent, restitution. I'm not talking about hanging you or chemically castrating you, but you have to pay.
Yeah.
Did you hear about Kevin Spacey?
He got off on all his charges.
No, he did not. But
I thought he did.
No, he did not. He got blackballed. He got blacklisted in Hollywood. But anyways,
I thought he was in another movie.
Netflix fired him from the House of Cards, right?
Yeah, but that was the first thing.
Yeah. Well, Netflix came back and they are requiring Kevin Spacey to pay $31 million in damages because the show tanked.
$31 million for breach of sexual harassment policy. Oh, fuck.
Yep. Yeah. I'm just sitting there going, whoo, whoo, whoo.
Jeez.
So we might start seeing Kevin Spacey become like the next Nick Cage. I'm not saying as in like a cool icon, but he's going to be doing everything that even waves a paycheck at him.
Yeah, he probably is.
Because his estate ain't worth shit right now.
No, and I just looked up his net worth. It's like $70 million. I was like, I seriously doubt that he had it. What a lot of people don't understand is just because a person's net worth is in such and such amount of money, that's amount of money they could liquidate.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have that money.
No, we're talking about property. We're talking about, securities, bonds, stocks, things of that nature. I mean, investments. I mean, it could be a litany of things, but yeah, it's it's pretty damn rough, man.
But he's still doing film. I mean, he's got Peter 5'8" coming out, Gore, Men Who Drew God.
Oh, well, yeah, okay. So he is working, but it's just there's not going to be a lot of high profile stuff. He's doing a lot of independent stuff, from what I understand.
Yeah. But what's like Wesley Snipes?
After that dude's working to pay off his tax bill.
Yeah, that's basically, and Nicolas Cage, and there's a lot. I don't know why they can't do the whole pay the tax man. I mean, there was that one episode of Batman the Animated Series that Joker got all this money from a gangster, and this accountant came by. He's like, "Hey, you owe such and such amount from to the IRS," and Joker goes, hold on, I got it over here. Let's grab all this money. Here you go. There's the money. I'm not afraid of Batman, but I'm afraid of the IRS.
Right. Ugh.
But I guess that's it for this episode. I think we can for the next episode. I wanted to be down. Hopefully, we can get a lot more information on the Maxwell case. But I'm gonna try to get us. I say probably after New Year's, I'm gonna try to get more people to start doing interviews with us.
Yeah,
as much as I possibly can.
I will reach out to the Kurtzes. I will find out from them if that is something that they're willing to do. Trying to think. I know that on December 4th, you and I and my boys were going down to Plano for the opening of that new Black Rifle location.
Yeah.
I would love it if we can get either Evan or Matt to drop a soundbite. Like, if you're not listening to to Angry Me Productions, then fuck you.
I don't know if they can do that anymore. That's the reason why they got away from JT's the only one that does Drinking Bros anymore, because that's his baby anyways. But
you're like, you know what? It's like, okay, you've seen Talladega Nights, right? Yeah. Can I get a Ricky Bobby style, promo spot from you? Can we just get you to drop a soundbite for us? That would be great. Like, hey, this is Matt Best, and if you're not listening to Angry Me, well, you can go suck a dick with your butt.
Well, the one
I'm kidding, of course, but still,
I'd still post it. I don't care. No, the one thing I'm happy about is Evan Hafer. He had Lyme disease. He got Lyme disease, and he got Lyme disease to where it makes you allergic to red meat.
Yeah,
he finally got over that for 2 years. Yeah, he's like, dude, it's like night and day.
God, see, yeah, and my first wife, her husband has it, but he still goes hunting, and like I guess he got a bad form of it or something, but he's a hunter, so he goes hunting.
Yeah,
so that's his thing. But yeah, dude, if I ever became allergic to red meat, just keep a steady supply of EpiPens on hand, because I'm telling you, bro, I'm not stopping.
Yeah,
I just won't do it, because I can't ever bring myself to eat a fucking Impossible Burger or What are you eating there? I'm eating a quinoa patty. Oh my God. I can't
No,
do it.
you can still eat like chicken and fish, but then you're just limited. And he got tired of chicken so fast. I can understand that.
Now, Perry's Steakhouse down in Pearland, they have apparently this world famous pork chop. I'd probably I get down with pork chops because it's not red meat.
Yeah, it is.
It's the other white meat. It's the other white meat.
Apparently, no. Hear me out. Hear me out before you yell at me like I'm a fucking idiot.
Pineapple has a place on pizza, you bitch.
Dude, you're talking to a chef. I know that you're right, but I was talking to this person that was. I was talking to this person. They're telling me that they're vegan and the only meat they could eat is like chicken and fish because they're allergic to red meat. And I was like, well, that sucks. You can't have like beef or anything like that. And she's like, and pork. I was like, pork's white meat though. She's like, no, it's not. I was like, thank God you're fucking hot because I would have slapped you by now.
God. Yeah, I dated a vegan for a little while there, and I just
hopefully she's not watching the show. She probably, of course, she's in the Netherlands.
No.
So.
Well, I say dated. Well, yeah, I was with a vegan for a little bit, but
how does she taste?
What the fuck, dude? Wow. Woo. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, I'm just not going to answer that one. Absolutely.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, I'm just not doing it. Tasted a bit fishy. Fucker. God.
It tasted like seaweed.
Oh, bro, I'm just. It's a bit nutty.
That was a dude. Damn.
Oh.
Oh.
Gonna kill me, man.
Anyways, you're dating a vegan.
I'm not dating a
or
vegan.
You were dating a vegan. I'm sorry.
A while back. Anyways, no, it just. It was almost like you were cheating on them when you went other places to go eat.
Yeah, okay.
Like if you go to a restaurant, they get the vegetable plate. Like, well, they're still putting butter on the vegetables when they bring them out to you. So, but then you find this like in Denton, they've got this vegan place called Spiral, I think it is. And they had this like, I mean, everything is absolutely plant-based. And I'm just like, okay. So, I mean, I tried this sandwich. I forget what it was called, but it had like vegan cheese in it. And I'm like, I mean, when it first hits your taste buds, you're like, yeah, okay. All right. I mean, I'm not going to eat this every day.
And then the aftertaste gets you. I was like, I went to Panera Bread just recently. And I was like, oh my God, this sucks.
Yeah. Dude, I wish you had told me, hey, I'm going to Panera. What do you think?
I just want to,
like, dude, don't.
Dude, it's every once in a while.
It's one of those you wanted to try just to say that you tried it. So that way
you
have a definitive base of knowledge upon which to say that it's absolute crap. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my daughter, even when I was going up there, she's like, you're going to hate it because they over-knead the bread. I was like, nah, you can over-knead bread and it still turn out right. I ate the bread. I was like, oh my God, it's like rock hard.
That's like, having been in the military, we have a definitive base of knowledge just by the number of prostate checks that we've received to know that anal is not our deal. I mean, it's just not something that I'm into.
Yeah.
I mean, Maria's probably listening to that. And she's like, what the fuck?
Well, this happened just recently. This guy wanted to show me his ventriloquist show and his white van and everything. And he just put a finger in my butt and told me not to tell anybody.
No, absolutely not. No, just all day.
Oh no.
No. Okay.
Uh,
That absolutely killed the room. Okay. So stop.
but no,
Thank you.
I also had Jason, the guy that's in our Facebook thread.
Yes.
He dated a vegan one time, and he's like, man, it was just horrible. She was a vegan, and she didn't know anything about Star Wars or Star Trek, and we big geeks, we all are big geeks. And I was like,
yeah,
dude, how the fuck did you let her suck your dick? I mean, have some fucking standards. Didn't like meat. Didn't like coffee, and he's a big coffee fanatic, like we all are. Only drink tea. I was like, wow, how hot was this chick? I mean, she must have been like supermodel. He was like, oh, here's a picture of her. No, seriously, what did she do to you? She she had to.
Okay, all right. So
like
to be
weird.
fair, all right. So to be fair, all right. Yeah. How can I put this? This person that I dated, they're a very attractive individual, very attractive woman. Great personality. Just things happened in their life, and then they kind of, through, I guess, some gastrointestinal episodes or whatever, just kind of fell into the vegan routine. And
well, I don't understand.
And every once in a while,
like
she would cheat and like eat a piece of meat, but then she'd instantly regret it. And
okay, I can understand stuff like that.
But I don't know. You do get those vegans that I mean, they're so vegan that it's their identity now. And it's like, oh, God, I can't believe you're eating. And I'm all like, well, yeah. And then as soon as I get done eating this steak, I'm going to have a bowl of ice cream and wash it all down with an ice cold glass of milk. And I'm not talking about skim milk or 2%. I'm talking about whole milk with a dash of half and half.
No,
like me, bro.
No, you just had the cow come up. It's like, I'm going to have this glass of milk. Drink it like that.
Like the first person to discover that milk was potable was probably into some weird shit.
I was like, Fred, what are you doing with that cow? But Mama, it tastes so good. Really?
Oh, bro.
There's a lot of stuff you just got to think. It's like, okay, who was the first one that actually figured that out? Right. What was going on there that day? Yeah. What were they thinking? Were they dehydrated and they're like, well, that baby cow is getting that milk from that thing right there. Let me go ahead and get
it's like, yeah. The guy's sitting there at the top. He's sitting. Yeah, okay. So this picture, this mental image is now playing out. God, what is wrong with us? This guy is sitting on the hill overlooking his herd. He's sitting under this nice sycamore tree, and he's looking down, and he sees the calf nursing, and he's like, my water sack is empty, and I'm dying of thirst here. You know what? This is going to happen. And he snuck down in the middle of the night, and when he realized, he started hitting the teat, and he's like, this isn't bad. And then he started to tell his friends, but not in mass.
Yeah.
Like, he started telling his friends in secret, like, how weird would it be if like we squeezed what the calves drank out of the udders and had it for ourselves.
No, even better. This is what probably happened, because this is a total guy thing. Okay.
Okay.
They go up
and
thing, like,
okay.
Hey, here you go. Try this. That's all it fucking took. And you're like,
oh, so you're saying that the first
guy
guy to ever drink milk from a cow, not only was he into weird stuff, but like he was devious. So he was a total guy thing. So much like an edible, sneak it, and you give people an edible without telling them. He put it in a dish or something like that, and they were like, "Oh, this is so rich and creamy. How did you get it to do this?" Like, that's cow milk, bro. And they're like, "Oh my god,
I've been
you
missing
are
this my entire
weird
life.
beyond definition." But you know what? You're out of line, but you're not wrong.
I know, right? Well, it's like that that the most expensive coffee, that the cat shit bean, coffee bean.
Oh yes, we went over this. Yeah, no.
Yeah, how weird. It was like, hey, there's that cat just DC'd that whole thing. I mean, just what were you thinking that day when you figured that out?
They were probably high on the hookah, man.
Did that happen in that area?
I you know what? I'm just throwing stuff out there.
That's weird. But ever notice, you have to figure, I want to figure out, we can have a whole episode of this. It's like weird shit
Right.
that came about, and how did it happen?
Yeah, it just
I was like, medicine back in dark ages and everything.
yeah.
Like I was like, oh, you're sick?
We're just gonna put leeches on your feet.
We're gonna cut you a couple of times and let all the bad blood out.
Right, or
What the
we're gonna drill a hole in your skull to let the demons out. I'm like, wow. I mean, we've got the privilege of growing up in the Johnson and Johnson age, but it's like,
Well, even then, it was 1975. That was when they stopped doing lobotomies.
yeah. Well, I mean, I'd say, okay, so from like 1980 on, we've had the privilege of living in what is considered to be modern medicine.
Yeah.
Where there's a lot of stuff where doctors look back and go, I remember 15 years ago, we used to do this as a treatment, but now we're just like, we are so glad that we didn't kill anybody.
Yeah.
And
could you imagine
and
that? Because the whole thing with the lobotomies, it was, Cassandra's not paying attention in school. Oh, I got that. Bang!
Right. Yeah. We're just going to cut the front of her head open. We're going to take out part of her frontal lobe.
No, they didn't do that. They
Sure.
literally had like a freaking nail, and they put it in like.
Oh yeah,
right
no,
there.
stop. Time out, ceasefire. No, we're just not. I can't.
Yeah, look up on Amazon Prime called Lore. I think it's like the second episode they talk about lobotomy. I watched that whole episode. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
What are they
there's
thinking?
something on Amazon. Actually, what is it? There was a show that I wanted to check out. It was
Wheel of Time.
Yeah, Wheel of Time was one of them. Solos. Yeah, it's like it's a series. It's a 7-part anthology. I mean, dude, it has got a ton of people doing it. There are Zach Braff directed a couple of episodes from Scrubs.
Yeah.
But it's got people like Morgan Freeman, Anthony Mackie, Helen Mirren. I mean, you've seen like Black Mirror, right?
Yeah.
I from what I gather from the episode, from the previews, I think it's somewhere along those, something along those lines.
Where it's kind of like modern age Twilight Zone.
Yeah, ish, yeah.
Because that's all Black Mirror really is. It's just
but Black Mirror just got to the point where I'm like, ugh. Like that episode that had Miley Cyrus in it.
I actually like that one.
Yeah, but that was like the last episode that I actually enjoyed.
Yeah,
because then after that, just the storytelling got so disjointed. It wasn't even funny.
Yeah,
but Yeah, past that, man. We're getting ready for. I know that today was supposed to be Black Friday, but I'm not going to do any of my shopping until next week.
Well, they got
Um,
Cyber
and they got
Monday.
Cyber Monday, but um, on the Nerf website, they've got that limited edition Nerf Halo Needler gun. You pre-order it, it's $100.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm like, oh yeah, I want to get one so bad. So I think on Tuesday I'm probably going to pre-order that. Um, that's not going to be a Nerf gun that gets played with.
No, it's just going. It's
Yeah,
staying
it's
in the
going to be a
package and
total
getting in the-
display. Let me see here. Nerf Blaster reacts or recreates the distinctive design, flexible needles that light up when you grip the handle. Fire the darts and watch the needles go dark to stimulate how they launch from the blaster in the game. Other light up accents add to a visual presentation. Fully motorized blaster unleashes 10 darts in a row from a rotating drum. Let me see here. Let me see. It comes with a card to unlock in-game content for Halo Infinite. Let me see here. And like, I think like the darts themselves are specific. Yeah. So, they're elite foam darts. You switch to display mode to illuminate the blaster and showcase it on the included stand. Let me see here. I think the darts themselves have a light in them when they're fired, so you can watch them go down range. I'm like, man, but dude, it is a gorgeous Nerf gun. I'm like,
Yeah, you show me.
dang.
You show me. It's freaking badass looking.
But yeah, I think I'm going to order that probably the next week.
Oh, did you catch out Hawkeye on Disney Plus?
Did that already start?
Yeah, Wednesday. 2 episodes.
Well, I guess I know what I'm watching with the boys tomorrow when I get them back. So yeah,
It is.
thank you for planning my Saturday evening. Or Saturday
You are
night
welcome,
for me.
sir. Man, there's so much nerd stuff that came out just recently.
Yeah,
They even have the He-Man.
I introduced the boys to Kung Pao. Let Enter the Fist
You
today.
told me that. I was like, the first thing I thought it was that freaking.
My
thing
oldest
with
was
the-
here. My oldest was here for
the-
Thanksgiving, and so all 4 of us were back. Holed up back here today, and I was like, "Oh, we're watching this," and so I started the movie for them. And dude, I mean, it's how that movie is, just so bad. But
they did it all on green screen.
yeah,
The
it was
whole
all
thing
green screen, and I explained that to him. I was like, "Dude, these are old kung fu movies from like the 50s and 60s and 70s in some cases," and like he just created a screenplay and green screened himself.
Yeah, he
into
did
into
it.
the
He
scenes.
did the whole thing
Yeah.
by himself. What was
And-
really funny is the fight with the cow.
with the cow. Yeah.
Yes,
But and then you see like the outtakes and stuff like that when they're rolling the credits. But like, to me, I remember watching that movie. Like the
It
first
was-
time that I watched it, in full disclosure, first time I watched it, dude, I was high off my ass when I saw that movie the first time. Dude, I'm like, oh wow. And that movie stuck in my brain, dude. I'm like, la, 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 la. And then the tongue looks at him and goes, yeah. Like, what?
It's
you
one
get
of
the
those-
one,
it's one of
you get
those
the
movies-
one boobed woman,
Yeah.
just
it's
like-
one of those movies though that it was so B-rated that it was a cult classic as soon as it came out.
instantly. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
instantly.
Toxic Avengers.
Yeah, kind of. But like after the movie was over, I was like, "What would y'all think?" And they were like, "You know what? That was actually kind of cool, And then my oldest left. He went back to Amarillo. He had to get home today because he's got to go to work tomorrow. But so I introduced the boys to basketball today.
Oh my god!
Yeah, today was cheesy movie day.
Yeah, that was.
And Colin's like, "Is this a real game?" I'm like, "No." He was like,
Once they're
he was
old
like,
enough,
"Why not?"
Once
you
they're
know?
old enough, you have to get them to watch Orgasmo.
Right.
Stunt cock.
God.
That
Yeah.
that was just so funny.
I don't know that there will. Yeah, I think that won't be for a few years.
Yeah, I kind of want to watch it.
You know, and in that scene in Basketball, whenever the two main characters were making up during the final game, I was like, oh, here comes the cringe part. And my boys are looking at me, and I'm like, yep, here it comes. And then they start making out, and they're both like, oh, really? You know?
Hey, by the way, my brother-in-law wants to know when you want to go out tomorrow.
I don't know. I mean,
I'd say about 9:00.
Yeah, let me. That did not sound right. Okay. Yeah, it'll be like in the 50s tomorrow at 9. So, I mean, yeah, we can go out for like an hour, hour and a half. Dude, it's supposed to rain tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what he said. He's like, if weather permits, but
yeah, we'll take a look at it.
It's only 40%.
Yeah, we'll just say 9.
And it's like at 3 to 5 p.m.
Yeah. Just swing by the house or text me, call me, whatever, pick me up. I'll just ride with you.
Okay, cool.
Because I mean, it's not that I'm opposed to putting gas in my car. I just don't want to drive. I mean, I've got to go get my boys tomorrow at 6 anyway, so I'm just kind of like tomorrow. I really, honestly and truly, tomorrow the only thing I really wanted to do was just kind of like relax and veg out. But yeah, I'll go get some aromatherapy in tomorrow with you for like an hour or two.
Yeah, gunpowder therapy.
Yeah, I mean, usually when we get to the range, I mean, we're pretty tapped out after about an hour anyway. So, hell, we're done usually within 45 minutes, 30, 45 minutes.
Yeah, well, unless Kenny shows up, Kenny brings his other toys. So,
yeah, I mean, because I'm not putting a lot of rounds down range because I just got to the point where I restocked my ammo supply.
I just got to get rid of some. I'm probably not going to do the 9mm that much. I'm going to probably do the 5.56, and only because I need to get rid of all that still ammo I have.
True. I mean, I'll help you unload some of it too. So I'll bring my AR, and then we can go get that done. So
yeah. All right. I guess that's the what? Good look. She is a mayo eating machine. That's the only sandwich. You ate 2 sandwiches and you look at this. Look at this. Okay. This is half gone.
She uses Miracle Whip.
Yeah, she uses Miracle Whip.
Whip.
You like Miracle Whip?
Yeah. I tried mayo once and I thought I was indifferent.
You watch Family Guy at least, don't you?
Yes. Well, I stopped watching it a while ago. There's a lot of stuff I just get bored with stuff way too easy. I feel bad now. Oh, I found it. Did you finish Cowboy Bebop?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. That's about it then. I mean, I watched
Ghostbusters Afterlife.
That was good. Oh God, that was so freaking good.
Dude, that was like
it was nostalgia, and it was
new, but it was nostalgic, and
yeah.
I mean, dude, I legitimately cried at the end.
That movie.
Of course they do, because it basically retcons the all-female Ghostbusters,
which sucks.
Paul Rudd did it. I mean, he retconned that movie with one line. There hasn't been a ghost sighting in over 30 years. I saw the meme for that where it shows Paul Rudd saying that, and then you see the girls, the answer the call cast. They're fading out, like they're fluttering, like they're dusting away, and then you see
being snapped.
Thanos. You see Thanos like this. I was like, that's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I love the fact is that they didn't overstretch the bounds of the deep fake, right? When they put Harold Ramis's Egon in ghost form, he didn't speak any lines.
Yeah.
They
I
didn't
love
have
that
any
part.
lines that were being spoken. I loved that. They just had the facial expressions, and I'm like, you know what? Yes, absolutely. You know, and they didn't overdo it, like, at all.
No.
You
I mean,
know,
it was very streamlined.
Jason Reitman did such
I think
an
didn't
amazing
Dan
job.
Aykroyd help write this one too?
Dan Aykroyd, I think, did help, but Jason Reitman, this was his brainchild. He wanted to make it a proper sequel. And the reason why we didn't get a Ghostbusters 3 is because Harold Ramis and Bill Murray had a falling out.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, we can't sit there and look back on it now and be like, oh, well, God, we should have made up sooner, because they did make up. You know, I mean, they did reconcile, even though Harold Ramis was on his deathbed, basically. But, man, the way that movie was done and the way that it wrapped up.
Yeah, Dan Aykroyd actually helped write it.
Dude, it was absolutely beautiful. And I mean, people that grew up on the original Ghostbusters, it was, dude, it was probably about as perfect as you were going to get.
Yeah.
And just to be, even if it was just the deep fake and it was the CGI, to see the original 4 on the screen again, dude, yeah, it was perfect.
I just like the whole. I don't know why they keep on doing end credit scene. I think they just want people to. I think everybody's starting to realize that there's always going to be an end credit scene, but it's still the end credit scenes end up being, somewhat heartfelt on some of them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. The Hollywood is oversaturating the post-credit scene, and there are some Marvel movies that just don't need them.
Well, I was like Cannonball Run. The whole reason why you stayed after watching the Cannonball Run movie was because the behind the scenes
like the bloopers. They would run the outtakes during the credits, but what they did with Afterlife, when they had that mid-credit scene and the post-credits, it was perfect. I mean, absolutely perfect. I mean, I stayed because I wanted to see the entirety of that film.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, boy, I mean, the next big movie that we're going to go see is going to be Spider-Man. That comes out on the 17th. And
16th.
Well, the pre-screening is the 16th, but domestically, the box office numbers officially will start on Friday the 17th. So that I've got my boys that weekend, so I'm going to get tickets in advance, and we're gonna have our seats. We're gonna go see Spider-Man on opening night. Mindy and her kids, they're going to be down in Disney World that week, and so
you're going back to Disney World again.
Yeah, I mean they're going to go down there for the Christmas lights and stuff. But what's funny is that I'm sitting there talking to my future stepson. I'm like, dude, you better take advantage of the situation. You're at Disney. You better go see Spider-Man opening weekend. He's like, oh yeah, definitely. That's something we're doing. So I'm just like, man, Spider-Man better live up to the billing. That's all I've got to say.
There's another movie that's coming out on the Christmas Day. Oh, Matrix is coming out on Christmas Day.
Because, but that's streaming on HBO Max too. Yeah. So I'm going to catch that one here at the house. Definitely, for sure. So actually, you know what? I think because I'm going to be down in Houston for Christmas this year. I'm leaving here on maybe the 22nd 22nd, possibly the 23rd. But I'm probably going to wait on that one until I can see it here, back here at the house with my kids. Just because I finally got them, up to speed on the whole Matrix thing. I'm waiting with bated breath on that one because it's now done by the now Wachowski sisters. I'm just hoping
WB, and
I'm praying and hoping that it is not an hour and a half long woke message.
Yeah. I mean, the woke message is getting far overhand anyways. I mean, look, we watched Free Guy today. I mean, remember that one part where they're talking about what's the difference between the reality and the real world and everything like that. And they're talking, it's like, see, you don't have a gun problem there. Oh no, we have a big gun
I mean,
problem.
They're always going to stick their message. They're always going to do that. And
well, it was kind of like a little snippet of
it was a cheap shot is what it was.
Well, no,
and then that was for me, that was one of the very few detractors from that movie.
Yeah.
But
I
don't want it to be an hour and a half long, woke movie. I just don't. I mean, and I'll suffer through it just to see what happens, but just so that way I can talk about it. But if it turns out to be a woke movie, I will spoil the shit out of it for everybody. I will post that shit on Facebook. But like, don't waste your time with the Matrix movie.
Yeah.
If you're part of the woke crowd, knock yourself out. If you have a brain and can think for yourself, don't waste your time.
Yeah.
Because movies aren't supposed to be political. They're not.
Yeah, they're supposed to get you to go out of the realm of reality. Now,
they're supposed to be an escape.
But
now you're going to have your historical biopic pieces like military, like war movies and stuff like that. Fine. I get all that. But when you come out with movies like the Cheney movie or the Bush movie that Oliver Stone wrote and directed, where it's basically a studio funded hit piece, I'm done. I'm good. I'm not even remotely interested in seeing it.
Well, we because I kind of want to stop on this episode and just get it over with. Not over with because I'm bored with it, but over with because there's a couple of ideas we can go on for hours for, like the benefits and the negativity of propaganda pieces, like Animal Farm. Animal Farm was a propaganda piece.
1984.
Yeah. But some of those pieces actually make you realize and not want to create such a world, and you see that stuff coming up. And
but you're not going to see the same type of filmmaking these days as you did back then, because nowadays if you step out of line, you're going to get blackballed. And you're not going to be able to do anything in Hollywood. Yeah, you can pump out these indie pieces, and you might be able to find a streaming platform that will distribute the film for you. But I think the creative process in Hollywood has been hampered by the left.
Yeah, that's what Patrick Kilpatrick said. I mean, he literally said, "I'm a Democrat, but it's getting fucking ridiculous."
Yeah,
and it's to the point. It literally is to the point where, I mean, luckily no one in the bigwigs in Hollywood looks our stuff. So,
right. But they're sitting there in their high corner office and they watch our shit and they're like, I can see clearly now. I fucked up. It's like, that's never going to happen. But if it does, hey, you know what? You owe us a phone call, or at the very least, a message on our Facebook, our Facebook Messenger, and be like, put us on a plane. We'll come out and talk to you. We won't post that shit, but
we'll Zoom with you.
If you got any pull,
I'm not going.
If you got
any
pull, and you got Kevin Feige's number, we need to be in the next Marvel project.
All right. rather be in the next DC project.
You're dead to me.
I wore this beating Stan Lee, so fuck you.
All right, fine, whatever. That's a cool story, bro.
What broke your relationship?
The only reason Stan Lee was remotely interested in talking to your traitorous ass is because your dad gave him a coin and he represented on the fact that he was a veteran.
You do realize Stan Lee did write a Superman comic book, right?
Yes, I know.
You do realize that Stan Lee did write a couple of DC.
Okay,
comic
listen.
books.
Superman is one of my favorite superheroes. Okay, don't don't get me sideways on that. I'm just giving you 10 shades of crap because I can. And it's fun to sit there. No, it's fun to sit there and watch you. It's fun to sit there and watch you try to formulate a retort. And you're like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Did I interrupt your train of thought?" Well, allow me to allow. Well, you were done. Well, allow me to retort.
What happened? I don't want to have to explain to your future wife.
Say what one more time, motherfucker! I dare you.
I don't want to have to explain to your future wife why your legs broke. Or
I'd like you to explain that to me too.
Oh
no, I mean I legitimately want to hear this. I mean, because it sounds like a fun story. I'm like, okay, all right. What gay biker gang did you have to blow?
The Scorpions. But anyways.
Oh no, do not do that. Do not do that, because if it remotely gets out that you made that kind of a joke, bro. Dude, I'm gonna have to start carrying at work now. Don't do
no,
that.
not really, because I actually know a couple of people that are in the Scorpions. They'd laugh their ass off when I say stupid shit like that.
Yeah, okay, all right, okay.
But
okay.
no, one last thing before we close off. My brother-in-law cooks the Thanksgiving dinner every year, and we deep fries the turkey. And we go in, and everybody was thanking him, and they're like, "Thanks, Kenny, for the meal." And my sister ended up, she's like, "Thank you, Kenny, for the meal." Last person wanted attention, said it out loud, so everybody knows that she actually thanked him. And I just popped off. I was like, "I'm just glad I did it before everybody else when we're in the shed, huh, Kenny? I thanked you in the shed." My sister's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you would say that." I was like, "What are you talking about? Me and Kenny were in the shed frying up the turkey. And I said, thank you for inviting us and giving us a home." What were you thinking? What kind of sick trailer trash shit were you thinking about right there? Everybody else is laughing. She's like, "Stop being weird, Amy."
What kind? Oh shit. What kind of Bradley Cooper endless American summer shit are you talking about? God. Because as soon as you said meet you in the shed, that's the one thing that popped into my head. I'm like, oh God. No.
But no, we every year when we're deep frying the turkey, he goes out there by himself half the time. Nobody goes up, so I go out there and hang out with him, smoke a couple of cigarettes, and we're just watching the turkey fry up.
Oh, dude,
and we just talk about weird stuff.
Yeah, so you want to talk about awkward? All right, so I told you I showed the boys basketball earlier today, right?
Yeah.
So this is that scene when Trey Parker is talking to Yasmin Bleeth. Yeah. He gets kind of cock blocked a little bit. And he goes, yeah. So, because he's trying to talk her into kissing him, right? And so and then Matt Stone comes in there and he says something fucked off, right? And so he's like, yeah, so that's usually the part of the evening where we ended on a hearty handshake. Guy goes home, he fucks the sleeve of his favorite jacket, right? My 12-year-old Colin, he looks at me and he goes, "What?" I was like, Nothing. And he goes, no, I want to know. I'm like, I'll tell you later. You know, I'm just like, I forgot that line was in the movie. I'm sitting there going, oh.
Is it
Like-
like the whole thing? It's like reason why men are into feet fetish is because most of the virginity is lost to a sock.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Oh, man. Yeah.
God. Gotta explain. It's really bad. We have to look at each other. It's like, you want to explain, or you want me to explain? I was like, no, it's your kid. You got all that. You're doing all that.
That's all you, man.
Yeah. There's certain lines you don't cross in a territorial thing, and that's one of them.
Yeah, but on that note, we're gonna call this episode wrapped.
Victory!
Yay. So hey,
Actually, we're
thanks
gonna call this episode Bear Bullet.
well, no, I'm
I like
saying
the
we're just calling it a wrap.
Bear
So-
Missile.
Bear missile. Yes, the bear missile. Yes, bear missile, because that just
That rings
bear
really
missile
true.
works. Exactly.
Bring that ass back like a boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, so y'all, I can't thank the Angry Faithful enough, and to our newer listeners, I hope that what we're putting out, I mean, as disjointed as it is, at least holds some kind of entertainment value. So I mean, probably the only person in the world that does a podcast that stays on point is going to be maybe Joe Rogan.
No, he doesn't stay on point either.
Okay, well, never mind. I stand corrected.
No podcast I've ever listened to other than.
But the point is that, you know, we're just sitting here. We're just a couple of dudes that are rambling on, trying to sound educated as much as we possibly can, and we fail miserably 98% of the
Dude,
time.
I just had my daughter come in on the last episode. Say, hey, what is this? Okay.
Yeah,
Hey,
exactly.
what is this?
So, I mean, yeah, when your daughter's trying to
they
pronounce
got
things for you, and I'm like just sitting there going, yeah, exactly. So, you know, but getting back to the point, it's like we appreciate you giving us the time to kind of like burrow ourselves into your ear holes. And if you decide that, you know, you want to stick around and give us a follow and just kind of review the rest of our material and just wait patiently with bated breath for our newer stuff to drop out. I mean, hey, we welcome you to the Angry Faithful. So just, you know, I know that for me, at least, this has been a cathartic journey so far, and it gives me a creative outlet to just kind of do something I would have never otherwise figured that I would have found myself doing. So
Yeah, it's really strange, and like I've been saying constantly is I'm glad we found each other, not like, you know, in a gay way, but just as a great friendship that we
hot showers together. No.
remember that camping trip up the mountains.
This is one time in band camp. Yeah. No.
Dun, 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 dun.
What? And then
But-
it gets really quiet.
Like, what the fuck did we just watch
Yeah, right.
or listen to? But it
I gotta
started.
go to church now.
It started with a weird setup, and it got weirder from there.
It did. It went from an interview about a nonprofit to somehow you managed to squeeze a 4-hour marathon interview into 2.5 episodes.
I think I did 3 episodes.
Yeah, it was 3 episodes. I'm like, fuck, nobody wants to listen to that shit. You know, I mean, and to the
we
point,
got
and,
people to
well,
watch it. Yeah.
you know, I mean, what's funny is the fact that, like, even to a degree now, I still don't like listening to my own voice, but it's gotten easier for me to go back and listen to our own episodes, so that way I can constantly try to critique myself, so that way I get better. And if you remember, like, when we first started doing this, the words, you know, came out of my mouth like every other sentence. And now it's really not so bad. I've gotten to the point where, you know, I'm using other words.
I actually started conversation a little bit better because of this. That's
Yeah.
the whole reason why I wanted to do it in the first place. One, I
Right.
wanted to make an outlet for basically like the Fortress of Solitude that my daughter can more or less look up if something happens to me.
Yeah.
God forbid. But she can go back and start watching these videos. It's like, oh, I remember my dad was fucking weird.
Yeah. My dad was weird. His friend was even weirder, but hey, they made it work somehow.
Yeah.
And for at least as long as the platforms that we're platformed on, maintain our uploads.
Oh, that's another thing. I got to make a list of things we can't talk about.
Okay.
No, I mean, legitimate. We can do it on the podcast, but we can't like Smoley fans. I can't talk about Smoley fans. That's legitimate. You can't do it anymore.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, because banks are denying people funding and stuff like that, or?
No, they don't want it on those platforms. They don't want it on the platforms. People going through it, but you can mention Pornhub and RedTube, so it's weird.
So we can't bring up people with only friends accounts.
Yeah, don't mention it on unsubscribed. He's like, yeah, you can't do Smoley fans anymore.
Wow, that's weird.
Because even just to post it up on like do a description.
So what you're trying to tell me is that we can't advertise our calendar.
Yeah.
Man,
Well,
that thing
there's a
was
way to
full-
do
that thing
it.
was full of puppies and kittens, though.
I know.
Damn.
And the making of it was so fucking. They were like, "Where's this fucking calendar at?" I'm like, "Oh, fuck you, Johnny! Now I'm gonna create a goddamn calendar."
Are you wearing panther piss? I showed the boys Anchorman last night for the first time. They were like, "This Saint Diego." I believe it's French for whale vagina. She's like, "No, I'm pretty sure that's incorrect." No.
No,
I don't know if
No,
you know
I was-
this, but I'm a pretty big deal.
I can't wait to go to your wedding and your future wife goes up and it's like, this is the French word for deli, whatever it was, the C word. I forgot what it is.
Charcuterie or something.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
like that's Worcestershire's evil twin.
Yeah. And me, I'm just gonna go, oh, you mean the deli plate, right?
Yeah,
It's like,
the deli
what?
plate.
No, that's whatever word. No, it's French for deli. That's all
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
just
Just a
a
French.
deli plate.
That's literally what the meaning of that is. It's just a deli plate.
It's a cold
Someone-
cut cutlery board.
Yeah, you wanted to be fancy. Trust me, the French hate us.
Right. We're just ugly Americans.
Yeah.
So, you got any of that jelly? Please pass the jelly.
I will make you eat crepes. Crepes? I hate crepes. You go ahead and break my arm.
Say, I love crepes.
Correct.
What are those? They're like really, really thin pancakes. Yeah, I mean, I can get behind that.
No. Break the arm.
No, break it. But yeah, anyway, so I mean, just thank you for just taking us along for the ride, and
God, that was really Texan of you. I could actually hear that Texan accent on that one. Thank you
Yeah.
for having the ride.
dude, it's because I am tired, man. And see,
Yeah.
there it is.
Yeah,
There
that's
it
what
is.
I'm getting
God,
to.
I'm- But what's funny is that like if
It
you
only
get a
comes out
little
when I'm
bit-
tired and drunk.
If you get some, if you get some alcohol in me, man, I'm telling you,
The same way. man.
either the Texas draw will come out like heavy, or suddenly I'll turn into either a Scottish or an Irishman. There, you see, it's a different inflection. But when I start getting to that belligerent phase, then the New England accent comes out, dude. Oh my God. No, and let me tell you something. You don't want me fucking talking to you just like that, because I swear, if I even remotely hear myself say something like that in this tone, in this accent, I'm going to want to beat the shit out of myself.
You
I mean,
just gotta
like
take
find
yourself into a corner.
find a wicked heavy brick and hit myself in the fucking gourd pretty damn hot.
All
But anyways,
right, everybody. Thank you for watching. I'm David Dickerman,
I'm Johnny Skelton.
and this is What the Hell. Thank you, Angry Faithful. Boom.